Views expressed here are not supported by and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
This is relationship-ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship. Connections. 9 p.m.
Real life.
Marriage. Sex.
And we're having a great time already.
Yourself. Your family. Divorce. Your ex. Your co-workers. Your friends. Your situation. Your lover. Your mother. You name it. Connections. And we always have a great time.
Of course you had to mess
With your
it up, right?
hosts, Vee and Caj.
Hello. It's Thursday night. You know what time it is. Relationship-ish time. Where we talk about the cornerstone of every connection. Relationship is connection. Hello. And you know what? Don't forget to like, subscribe, save. Download that app, the Evening Rush Network app. I'm just saying. How are we doing tonight, V?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am in a mood. Let me just tell you, I am in a mood. And you know what? It's the worst thing that I've ever tasted. That's my mood tonight. This is my mood. But I'm going to set it off with, what's the worst thing you ever tasted?
You really want to know?
I hope it wasn't somebody's butt cheeks. I'm just saying.
No.
Hey,
But you know,
my connection crew is here.
welcome. No, you know what? Actually, it's lately the worst thing is oregano oil. It's supposed to be really good for you. No, it really has all these benefits. And one of our friends told me, okay, so you're going old school and that stuff is nasty. And I'm like, how bad can it be? I'm like, it's got all these things and I've got a lot of inflammation in my body. It takes care of that. I'm like, I'm doing it. You're supposed to put 7 drops in your mouth. I put 1 drop. I thought I was going to die. I was like, just, I don't see how you're supposed to take that. I'm like, the only thing I could do is take it intravenously because it has to go in. I cannot put it. No. So that was the worst thing. And I like oregano, like on my pizza, Italian food. So I was like, it is like the heart of the oregano. It is so strong. You can't even, I tried to put it like a little drop on the pizza. I couldn't eat the pizza. I'd throw it out. I can't eat that. I can't have
Wait,
that.
you couldn't eat the pizza? What do you
So I
mean?
put
You
the
tried to put it
oil,
on pizza to
1 drop,
disguise it?
just 1 drop on the pizza. So I took a bite where it was. I couldn't eat it, and I didn't want to even eat the rest of the pizza that had no drop on it. I was like, I can't eat that oregano oil. So I actually gave it to somebody. I was like, uh, one of my daughter's friends. I was like, she's like, oh, you have oregano oil? That's so good. I was like, you want it? And she's like, that's expensive. You want to give it to me? I'm like, yeah. She's like, let me. She just like did it. I'm like, wow. Yikes. Yes, Iris. It's a yikes for
It
me. I
it
can't do
hurts
oregano
right
oil.
here. I don't know why, but it hurts right here. And I didn't even taste it. I've never tasted it,
You don't want to
but
taste it.
right here, it feels like it's doing something
It's
to
allergic
me.
reaction. You're having allergic reaction.
I'm having I'm having a sympathy
Yes,
reaction.
it's the wor I've never tasted anything so bad in my life, and I think about it, and I'm getting like yikes. I'm getting the yikes thinking about it. How about you? What's the worst thing you ever tasted?
I really haven't tasted anything that I can say this is, well, you know what? I don't like Indian food.
Mhm.
So whatever that spice is in Indian food, I don't know what it is.
I
But
love
my
Indian food.
body, I know my body was just like, I was eating it and I was just trying to have the tandoori chicken. I was eating it, no matter, you just like, mm. And my body was like, and this is it, all you're going to do, ma'am. We're done. And I was like, no, I'm not. You know what? No, oysters.
I've
Oyster.
never had an oyster, so I'm
Okay,
not a
girl,
seafood lover. I'm not a
let
seafood
me tell you, let me tell you about the oyster. You pop, it's already kind of okay. My body's like, my body's like, no, ma'am. Okay, it's already kind of like juicy, right? And you pop it in your mouth, and you try not to like chew it, but then it's like you don't want it. It is the my body is reacting.
Yeah,
It was just like
I'm not a seafood lover, so I don't think I researched. They
it
put
just
oregano oil
pops.
in the ears. Like I'm like, oh, I would have tried that. Like if you have an earache, or so I would try that. But oysters, I'm not eating it. Do you like clams?
Fried
Well, no,
clams.
no, but raw clams. Like how people have the clams in the.
Fried clams. The texture is like you bite into it and it like pops into your mouth. It was just I couldn't. I was like, and I was in public, and usually I don't spit out in public. You just try to swallow it and be like,
I know
this
you like
is
to swallow.
something
Baby. Is that what you do?
I'm
Swallow? Oh. I, I can't. You
actually.
usually, she said she swallows. I'm like, oh, baby.
Actually, that's why the bed is so wet because you just let it drizzle
Okay,
out. But
okay, now she said the best. I did not say educational purposes only.
I'm just saying, yeah, fried clams, but oysters are not even like clams because the clam is like you can chew it, it's just chewy. The oyster has this little pop middle that's like a pus ball coming into your mouth. It's just gross. I was like, no, no, I can't do it. And it was fried because I was like, who can't eat fried oysters? I can't.
You
And
can't.
I like seafood.
Yeah,
I do clam, I do crab, I do lobster, I do, yes, oyster. It was just slimy and it was worse than like okra slimy. It was just like in
yeah,
your mouth.
yeah. I don't. Well, I don't do slimy. I don't do mushy. I like to chew the food myself in my mouth. I don't want it chewed for me already. Mm-mm.
I could do okra, girl. And people hate okra, but I didn't mind okra. The slime for okra is not like the slime. I think it's that fish taste. It's just like bad. Oh, I got ready to say the P word. It's
Girl, you start off, baby.
my mind is on some other cloud. I really got ready to say it's like bad P, but girl, that bust in your mouth thing. I was like, no, it's not for me. It's a lot of
Mhm.
things, and chitlins, they're not for me. These are
I've
the
never had
things.
chitlins.
Girl, I can't even get it to my mouth because after they start cooking it and they're like cleaning it, I can't even get them to my mouth. It's a done
Oh,
deal.
I can't eat sushi. I can't eat sushi. I have tried. Everybody's like, you haven't had sushi like this. Okay, so then make me try this. And I'm like, the last time I had it, I'm like, I am done. I am not trying anybody else's sushi. I don't like it. You can't convince
Okay,
me.
she didn't even, let me just tell you people, she didn't even have sushi. She had rolled steak and it was cooked steak because she had
No,
mama
no,
sushi
I like
and she was
California
like,
rolls. No, that's not the same.
ooh.
I eat California rolls. No, I eat the cooked. No, I eat it. I liked it. No, 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 no.
You did not like it when you had the cook. You only had cooked sushi when we went to Mama
no, yes,
Sushi,
but
and you were
I
like,
have had raw sushi plenty of times without you. I cannot eat that. It's disgusting. I cannot. It doesn't taste good to me.
but
However,
I'm
I like
saying,
California rolls. So when everybody, that was years ago, but I eat California rolls. So I don't mind eating California rolls, but I am not eating raw.
people,
No, I've tried it.
I think it's in her head that she thinks that because we had cooked sushi. All her
See, I
sushi
don't
was
like
cooked.
fish. Cash. I was gonna say I
It
don't like
wasn't
fish.
fit. There was nothing in Mama Sushi's that was fish. It
No,
was just a sushi roll, and you were like,
mm-mm,
mm-mm. I was
mm-mm.
like, it's all cooked. You're like,
It doesn't
I'm
matter if
good.
it's cooked. It's like I can't.
But
Like
it was meat. It wasn't even seafood. You had meat.
I
And you were
didn't
like,
eat it. It's
mm-mm.
not nah.
I know,
But
that's what
now
I'm
I would
saying.
because now, like now, I've had California rolls cooked and it's fine. But at the time, I already knew that I didn't like sushi, so it was already in my head. So I didn't even want to give it a try, and that's how I am, because my stomach is not good. If I don't like it, then I'm going to suffer the consequences later. So I look at something and I'm like, okay, nope, that's not going to work for me, and I'll just not have it. And everybody's like, just taste it. Yeah, you just taste it. You won't be in the bathroom all day if you just taste it. But I will. No, I'm not.
I don't
So
like seaweed. Oh,
I
well,
like seaweed chips. I like them. Like, with the sea salt on them. I like that. But I never had seaweed, like make it like spinach.
I want to see this. I want to see V eat seaweed chips. I want to
Yeah,
see this because anything that's seaweedy, she don't. Oh no. So you eat seaweed chips?
yeah, yeah. It does. It tastes okay to me. It doesn't taste like fishy. It doesn't taste. It's fine. At least what I had. Hey,
Someone is here, and I don't know who this person is. If we can get V on the line, please let me know. Hello?
what?
Hello? This is an
No, I just don't like
imposter.
seafood, and I don't like seafood. But I eat certain seafoods.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
why I
eat
know you
shrimp.
don't like seafood, but you're talking about seafood chips without dipping sauce. I'm confused.
No,
I'm
it
confused.
it's like it's like chips. It looks like chips. Well, it doesn't look like chips. It's like a little black and green, but it tastes good for me.
Pe- People, she's lying. She's like
No, you're
somebody.
not right. I have no
I don't
reason to
know
lie.
who this person. I
Listen,
don't
one
know
thing
who
I
this
don't
person
do
is.
is lie. I tell you the real truth.
I don't
Whatever.
know who. That's how I know. Can we please get V back on the line? Because whoever's in front of me that I think I see is not V. Because seafood chips taste like
Did you have
seafood.
it? Did you
Yeah,
taste it?
I know you're not talking to me because I
Yes,
know I eat more stuff than you, boo boo.
you definitely eat more stuff, but I'm like, so why do you think I wouldn't like it if you tasted it?
Because it tastes like seafood a little. It has that seafoody
I
kind of
like
taste.
No, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't. Like, I eat shrimp and I eat sea bass. You know what I mean? So
Okay, you eat shrimp when it's in cocktail sauce.
yeah,
You
but I
like
can just eat it. It doesn't have. If there's no cocktail sauce, I'll still eat the shrimp. And if it's fried, I'll still eat
okay.
it. If it's coconut shrimp, I'll still eat it. I know you won't eat the coconut shrimp.
I'm not
But
eating nobody's
I'm gonna
coconut
eat
nut
the
buddy.
shrimp all kinds of ways. It doesn't have to
And
have the.
I hate when they want to put coconut in cookies. Like you're disguising the coconut. Why?
It's not disguising it. It tastes good. It's giving it flavor.
No, it does not. It just gives you that nasty piece that you can't chew and you have to take it out, and I'm spitting out the cookie. They're like, oh, you won't taste the coconut. You won't even see the coconut. I'm like, and here's the coconut. Thank you.
Yeah, but this is the thing. So here's a little pet peeve. Why do people want you to try something if they like it? They just assume you're gonna like it. So you don't like coconut. So I'm not gonna tell you you can't even taste the coconut. Why are you even going there? Just don't give her the coconut, the cookie. Yeah, don't give her the cake, whatever it is. But people are like, you won't taste it. Go ahead, go ahead. And I'm like, I am not like that. She doesn't like it. Well, I should she could try it. I'm like, she doesn't like it. Like, I
Not
don't
like
feel
no
obligated
coconut.
to force people to eat things they don't like. People, I feel like they like it, so they think you just happen to have the
Yeah,
right
well,
one.
that's like you giving me those pickles. Talk about, hey, great. Hey, you
Yeah,
got
but it's not like
everybody
you
here
don't
for
like pickles.
pickles.
It's not like you don't like pickles. So if you didn't like pickles, I wouldn't say try the pickles. Like, you know what I mean? So that's different. Like if you like the
You know I don't
hamburger.
like pickles. I'll have the seaweed chips over the pickles.
Oh, I didn't know you didn't like pickles. I didn't know. I
For
thought you
educational
enjoyed a good
purposes only.
pickle. I thought
So,
you enjoyed a good pickle.
oh, once in a while, you have a pickle. I haven't had one in so long. All right, so today's National Awareness Day is World Theater Day.
Oh,
And I
what
love the theater, the beauty, the essence, the costume, the theater arts, the singing, the dancing. Girl, That was my Cockney accent. Yeah, but seriously, I love the theater. I love any show. Let's just be real. I can see a show a week and love it. I love the theater. It's like it brings you into a different world. The imagination, the costumes. For that hour and a half, 2 hours, you're just in a different world, enjoying whatever in world theater. I mean, shows show in London usually before they come to America. So every time I go overseas, I have to see a show, and it usually comes to America, and it's so good. Like I saw Aida in London before it ever came to America. I don't know why they took it off Broadway because Aida, Aida. I
They're
love
bringing it
Aida.
back. They're bringing it back. That's one of my favorite shows. I
They're
saw it 3
bringing
times.
Aida back.
We'll do
I
it
know
again.
that's why I talked about it.
I love Aida.
Yeah, it's just they bring it, and it's just like a whole community. You're sitting next to a stranger and you're like, "Oh my God, yes, this is so good." It's just like, and everybody's laughing. It is just, you just feel this thrill. At least for me, I feel this thrill. Any show, anything that's entertaining, that's good entertainment. I love it. So,
Okay.
World Theater today. What's
Yes.
the word of the week, V?
Uh, altruistic, and that is like someone
I'm gonna
who's
altruistic you. What the hell?
yes. Well, someone who is selfless, who likes to do good deeds, puts themselves last and puts others before them, make sure everybody is good. You know, they have that altruistic personality. They're always trying to help others, be aware of social uh, injustices, those people. So
Oh, I'm
altruistic,
I'm altruistic.
yes.
I'm unselfish.
Are you really?
Okay.
Where am I when
I,
this is
I
going on?
I know you know,
Yes, I am. No,
girl.
she is
Don't
very
make
selfless. No, she's altruistic, but really, you are. But you know what it is? It's baseball. Today's the first day. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm so excited. I know you're not a fan, but like she doesn't like sports as much as I do. I mean, I love baseball, and it's the season, and I'm so happy today. No? Are you Mets or Yankees? If you have to choose, I know you're not either one because you don't really care. But if you have to choose, you live in New York. Which one would it be?
girl.
Yeah, which one would you?
Sometimes I feel like pinstripes. Sometimes I feel like orange and blue. Girl, whatever is available. I have no jersey of anybody.
What?
Um, n- n- no.
You
I
know,
have a hat because I was gifted a hat. My family is all about the Yankees.
I
My
couldn't believe it. Like you grew up in Queens and you're about the Yankees.
my
Like, oh
yeah,
my
my brother and father, they're all about the Yankees, and so I got gifted Yankee stuff, and so I'll wear it. And then there was cute hoodie the other day, and it said the Yankees on it. It was
God.
tan, it
Okay,
was
so
beige.
no, but listen what happened. Cash, because we sometimes wear, especially when we do our videos, we wear matching clothes. So she was like, "Look," and I really like that. I really like the hoodie, but it's Yankees. I'm not wearing Yankee paraphernalia. I'm not gonna do it. So she's like, "But it's so nice," and it really was. But I am not walking around with that. No, 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 no. Like I couldn't do
Rep
it.
in New York. I'm like, it says
No.
NY.
So
What's the difference? NY,
what do you say,
Yankees.
Iris? Do you think would you just represent the Yankees? Would you wear that hoodie? I want to hear what Iris has to say because I know she's a
Iris is about to go to a Yankees game.
well. That's
So
okay. I would go to a Yankees game, but I'm not about the Yankees. And if the Yankees were playing against the Red Sox, I want the Yankees to win. You know. So see, heck no. And that's my girl.
I,
She'll go to a game because going to the game.
I don't feel any
You
no
don't have
way.
loyalty. You don't have loyalty to these sports because they're not your thing.
I don't feel any no way. Like you should buy orange and blue, then you could be a Knicks fan, an Islander fan, and a Mets fan at the same time.
There you go.
That's me. That's what I'm saying. Like if you can buy blue and orange, and if the blue and orange was on sale, and I could be that way, I can represent the Islanders, Knicks, and the Mets at the same time. I would have bought it. Been like, go whatever team this is. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Like at the end of the day, they're not giving you any money. They're not giving you any fame. What's the purpose of wearing the colors? And like, oh no, they lost. Oh God, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, you know what? It's the same thing that you feel about the theater. Other people feel about like sports, and I, I didn't grow up with sports, and my parents didn't like sports. So when I got to college and people started like, liking Yankees and Mets, I was like, so I was just watching, and the Mets were the underdogs when I went to college, and I'm like, I'm for the underdog all the way. So then I became a Mets fan, but um my daughter came home one day with some Yankees hat. I was like, what do you think you're doing with that? She's like, well, it's such and such's father gave it to me. I was like, and you can give it right back because we do not wear that in our house. And
that right there is just and my family for football were Steelers fans. So
well, that's yes, because your brother's a diehard Steeler fan. Like he's not playing.
my father, they're all diehard Steelers fans because the Pittsburgh and South Carolina, they're all, I'm like, yay.
Yeah, Nikki, people are passionate. Like I am very passionate when there's really playing, and I will watch it on TV, and I will not answer the phone. I'm like, I'm watching the game. I want them to win, and I care if they
And
win.
all that you yell at home and throw things and
I
have
don't
a
know.
whole, I didn't, and have a whole fit. Guess what? They can't hear you. You're just giving me a headache. Sit down.
Well, I think that happens in your house. That doesn't happen. I don't have all those. I'm not animated when I'm just watching sports. I just need to watch it.
And we
Okay.
watched the Dominicans in basketball.
Yes.
And the best pizza is Dominican pizza.
Oh wait, you know what I do want to do is next season. We need to go to a girls' basketball game, the women's basketball, because I feel like we don't support each other in the women. Like, you know what I mean? Like the men's basketball, yeah, everybody's going, and then the women are not getting paid equally. How can they? No one's supporting them. So I'm like, we need to put our money where our mouth is. So we are going to support. We are going to a women's basketball game next season. I'm
Go
just saying.
Liberty. Honestly, that's the only women's basketball team that I know.
Well, that's the thing, So I don't really know either, but I'm like, no, we need to support. Somebody was saying, like, you girls are saying you want equal pay, you want the girls, but are you going to the games? I'm like, you know what? I've been to a Knicks game. I have never been to a girls basketball game, and that's going to stop. I'm glad
I have. Look at me. I've been to a Knicks game. I've been to a Liberties game. Yes, I have. I've been to a girls football team. Yes,
well,
game. Yes,
I have been to girls football.
So I have.
I've been to girls football games.
So I just got to put this on blast and put it on. My friend, we have to pause for this.
Okay.
At my friend is a teacher, so she calls me and she's like, okay, Cash, let me just tell you what shenanigan is going on. The shenanigans. Okay? They got to dress up as characters today. The decades, whatever decade period you wanted to dress up in, they got to dress up in the decades.
Okay.
The kids got dressed up, the two black girls got dressed up
I'm scared.
slaves.
Okay.
And a light Muslim girl was the slave owner.
Okay, so did
I
somebody
said,
have
did
a
they
talk
get in
with these
trouble? Did they get
children?
in trouble? Did they get suspended? Did they get anything?
Well, at least
No,
have
because in schools they don't suspend people. They wouldn't do that. They talked to them and told them why it was wrong because they had to explain why it was wrong. And the two black girls, you dressed up to be someone's slave and have somebody dominate you? Are we really going back? This 47 is taking it someplace else. Cause what the hey diddle cat in the is going on when a black woman wants to get dressed up like a slave and have someone tote them around and have a fake whip in a school? I couldn't get over. I could not. I could not. I could not. I could not. I know it wasn't my parent. I know it wasn't no parent that had any brains.
yeah, because I'm like, we're
And
maybe the parents
then
didn't
they
even know
got
what was doing
upset
it.
because the teacher is a white teacher. They got upset when the teacher addressed it. Because the teacher's like,
Because she's white,
oh no, this is
address it.
crazy. No, 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 this is crazy.
So they don't want her to address it because she's calling attention to it, or she shouldn't
Yeah,
address it
she's
because
white and she needs to stay out of it because what does she know?
okay, she's the educator. I'm sure she knows a lot. Like that's why we're paying her to know. But no, I can't even believe that,
Can
Cash.
somebody help me out?
No, I don't think
What
any of
she
us
told
can.
me, it blew my mind. And then she said, it's a TikTok trend. I was like, you're lying.
Is it really? I usually know the trends on TikTok, but I'm going to look. But I mean, I don't really. I
Yes,
guess I'm not in that
yes, 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 yes.
to dress up as a
What the
slave.
front door is going on? Remember
So
when
you
Whoopi
want to dress up
Goldberg
as a
tried to
Holocaust
dress up as
victim?
blackface? And you know what happened? It's
Uh-huh.
okay now. It's okay. Dress up as a slave. It's
Or dress
okay
up.
because segregation is okay. It's okay.
Well, would you want to
It's
dress up as a
okay.
Holocaust victim and they would think that's okay too?
Girl,
Huh?
don't go there because you know what happens.
Oh, I don't care. Like, what's
It's
going to happen?
okay. No. If you have this skin here, it's okay.
Listen,
Obviously.
none of this is crazy to me, and I feel like, well, maybe they should have. Hopefully, they took it as a lesson to teach all the kids. Like, okay, so this. We need to have a talk, everybody, because this
Look,
is
look,
not.
look at me. Look at me.
I'm like,
They
some.
wanted to reprimand the teacher for reprimanding the kids.
Ah,
So, second off, today that has me on pause. I said, would to this person, would you like to have seconds? You're discriminating against me. You called me fat.
because you said to you like to have second. Wait, I don't even understand that. So
I
you
said,
tell us to
excuse, I'm so sorry, sir. Sir, can you help me understand? There's more food. Would you like to have seconds? I can't believe you would say that.
was the kid a little bit overweight,
What kid?
or was it adult? Who was the person saying getting upset?
Then I was told, this is what I was told. You don't understand Dominicans and how they are.
Oh, oh. Oh,
You have to be more empathetic.
yeah, but what did you do
And I
wrong?
quote, what I said was, would you like to have seconds?
I don't understand. Like I feel like
It's a small trend, and it's about how slaves dress. Then there is one TikTok about a ghost slave.
yeah, let's not perpetuate that trend, shall we? Like, no. I don't understand who thinks that's okay, but I don't think yeah, I don't understand that.
That's
But I
all
don't
I'm gonna
understand
say is, and,
would
and
you
and when
admit
we
it?
start accepting this, then we start accepting this. It's like the joke, like blackface. Like we're gonna go out with minstrels right now. Is that what we're gonna start doing? And tap dancing? Like, what the front door are we doing? Where are, and I keep forgetting, we're only 3 months in. What the front door is going on where everything is topsy turvy? With social values are changing. That's what we're doing. Okay.
Well, you know what's bothering me more than that? It's like when we are starting to really, we always did this, but now I feel like we're doing it more. We're separating ourselves. So if the Caucasian teacher tells the two African Americans, this is not right, she gets reprimanded because she doesn't the to how it is to be African American, so she shouldn't speak. And if you tell somebody if they would want seconds, then you do not understand Dominicans, like, so you shouldn't speak. So what we're making it so the Dominicans can only speak to Dominicans, and the white people can speak to the white people, and the black people can address the black people. What are we doing right here? What are we saying? So you can't feel free to say the right thing because you're not of this race or nationality? Like, what kind of, whatever is that? I'm really feeling offended that you have to say, well, I'm not black, so let me not speak. Oh, I'm not Dominican, so let me not speak, because I'm going to speak no matter. I am black and I'm not Dominican, and I'm going to speak regardless. So, and what? It's crazy. Is it crazy?
Girl,
You don't understand Dominicans? I understand
let me
everybody. What do you
let
mean?
me just tell you, I was like, this is an inflammatory statement, and I will not be part of it, and I'm
Hmm.
walking out.
Hmm.
So,
Yep.
what the
But I don't understand that. Do you understand it? Is it
girl,
me? Like, why are we
girl,
separating ourselves
girl?
so much? I don't understand why we're doing that. Why are we
I
supposed to
don't
try to
know. I don't
out
know. And let me just tell you, this person, if I spoke Spanish, we would look the same.
Oh.
Que lo
Hi.
que?
He said
We
the
the
blind
same
man.
now. We the same. Only difference is that I speak a English, you speak a Spanish.
Hmm. Well, sometimes that makes a big difference in some people's eyes if you do not speak your language.
Girl, don't make me come over there and slap you. Anyway, I think we need a commercial break and to come back and talk
Okay.
about what we talking about. Before I put this whole show on a pause. Because I'll put this whole show on pause.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys. So you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it.
Yeah,
Hey, hey,
yeah, yeah,
hey.
yeah. We're back. It's Thursday night. It's 8 o'clock. You know what time it is. It's relationship-ish. And we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship, connection. We're your hosts. I'm Cash.
And I'm V. And this is relationship ish. Before we talk about our topic, please like us on all social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and also download the Evening Rush Network app. We would appreciate you following us. We need all the follows we can get. Thank you. All
Or
right.
if you're watching right now on YouTube or Facebook, tap that screen and like it. Tap
Yeah.
that screen and share it. At
Yeah.
highlight. All your friends need to know we're here. Tell your sister, tell your aunt, tell your friend, and tell your brother. Okay, so sorry. So,
So
what's our
what's the show?
topic
Oh, yeah, I'm
tonight?
sorry. It's relationships and core values. I wanted to talk about this because I have some people who I think don't share my core values, especially in this tumultuous time and everybody what they think is coming out. And I feel like we need to learn how to get along, because just because somebody doesn't think the way you think, I want to do this. I want to just end it. I'm like, you know what? Never mind. But that's not the way. So that's it. You have friends, coworkers, lovers, like, that they don't think the way you do. And how are we going to navigate that? You know? Well, what do you think? You want to cut them off, Cash? You want to separate yourself?
Uh, some people they they just got cut because this is the thing where some really I drew the line and I was like, I don't want them transgendered going to the bathroom with me.
Okay, I don't even.
I don't want them transgendered going to the, like, it's a noun. What are we talking about? Them. How do
Hmm.
you, who are you to say them? And they're like, you don't have to worry about that because I'm like, no, because I really want to know the last, because they're just using that transgendered status to sneak in the bathroom with you and they want to rape little girls.
And where's
Okay, let's
the place for
pause.
that? That doesn't happen. What
I
do they?
want to, and that's what I'm saying. Let's pause. When's the last time you heard of a man pretending to be a woman, dressing up in full makeup, dress and all, going to the bathroom where a woman's bathroom has stalls. Not in
Hmm.
a men's bathroom. A woman's bathroom has stalls. So
Yes.
they're sneaking in to the woman's bathroom where they're all stalls to molest your child that's in the bathroom in their stall because they climbed under with their dress on to molest your kid. Make
I
it make sense.
Okay, so I think it's worth like if they would go into the man's bathroom with that dress on, what do you think is going to happen to them? I mean, do you think they're going to be safe? Because they are
No,
not
no,
going to be
I'm
safe.
talking. No, no, no. How about this? Them transgendered girls going into the boys' bathroom to molest the people at the urinal. I think that's what's gonna happen. Those girls are gonna pretend they're transgender just
You
to
know
get
what
a
it
look at
is?
my little pecker.
So what's happening for me is some of it is core values, and I'm just saying some of it for me is education, because I feel like some people they're in their little bubble, their world. They don't know anybody who's transgender. They don't know anybody who's a lesbian, gay in that community. They don't know anybody, so they have it in their heads. This is how those people are, because they don't know those people, so they are making up their own stories, and their friends who don't know, who are also not well versed, are also going along with it, so they feel like uh
I wish, I wish it was just the uneducated people.
well, I think a lot of it is that, and there's more uneducated people
I
coming out than,
wish.
than we know. Like, I didn't realize there are so many people in our world who are like just not willing to. And I'm not talking about like, if you didn't go to college, you don't have to be going to college to be aware of what's around you. That if you never went to college, who cares? But you still, like, we're all humans, and there was a lot of suicide before, and we're trying to stop that, and now we're going backwards, so these people have to feel bad about themselves. Like, why do you, like, what is, stop the madness. Like, what are we doing?
I have no clue. But the whole thing about them transgendered are going to sneak into the bathroom. I have never seen a man in a dress sneak under the stall trying to
Not
peek
gonna
a
do it.
look.
They're not gonna do it.
It's ridiculous, but that's what they're selling.
Well,
And so
the thing is,
anyway,
you see what happens? See your core values. We have passion, and we are like full force. So it's hard when somebody does not agree with these things, because you think that they should, and they think that you should agree with them. And here's what we got. Because
just like Nikki, perpetuating fear versus facts. Yes.
yes,
Yes. Like the
because
hate
they don't know any
mongering is ridiculous.
When you
Like
know
for
better,
some,
you do
and
better.
and to hear when people are saying, I'm like, okay. But anyway, so no, I'm so sorry. I've cut some people off. I don't even want to talk to
Well, I
them
think that
because what you're saying to me, I don't even want to argue with you because we have to work together. We have to work together. I have to have a safe environment to work. So we're not talking about politics because every time you talk about the politics, stupid comes out of your mouth.
But no, but the thing is, listen, I think that's a way to handle it, but it's not the right way, because I feel like if we do that, we're not going to get anywhere. So I feel like we just have
Mm-mm.
to learn to
I need a
communicate.
job.
So yeah, so no, but we have to learn to communicate, and Nikki's right. So we have to stop letting them just perpetuate fear, and slowly let them realize
No,
what that's
because when
about.
people are coming at you talking about, I've got a little girl and I'm not going to go to the bathroom
Well,
with some
this
man
other
slinging their penis in the stall. I'm
for
like,
educational purposes only. Did you just say?
they are in a stall.
Yeah.
Where are they swinging it to? Where are they're not coming out like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom. Swing, swing,
Well,
swing.
a lot of people who say that, they don't even have a little girl or a little boy. Like, that's what it's just talk. So I feel like we
It's
need
so
to,
annoying.
if not talking and not having sharing our values, I feel like that's making it worse, because they're getting together with their friends who have different values, who I dare say are incorrect, not fact based. Um, and I feel like we're never going to get anywhere. So I feel like we need to do a Martin Luther King and keep talking. We can't stop. We don't have to argue. We can listen. We can respect their differences, but we need to
But this is
talk them
so
out on.
heated. People
I know.
people cannot talk. But let's get to our thing. So let's go to number one because we're just all off base. I don't know what's going on today,
Because
but
you're stuck on the
it's
bathroom thing.
okay to have
Right?
differences.
It is, and that's
So with your lover, with your romantic partner, platonic relationships, with your family, it's okay if you don't have the same values, you can still have a meaningful relationship. I'm going to have to say it's okay to have differences about certain things,
well, that's
but
what they're saying.
if it's something to my core,
Hmm.
I can't. I can't. Like if you're going, it's a like I caught one of my we were like peas in a pod for over like maybe 7 years.
Hmm.
And then she was like, it's okay for people to be gay, but they're just nasty.
Okay, so some things you just can't deal with. Like, I mean, and you
And
don't have to take everything that everybody says, and you don't have to be friends with everybody. That's what you don't have to do. You know what I mean? So if you feel like, this person is not aligning with you, you can say goodbye. But I would rather talk, because I think that that's how they're going to maybe gain some insight that they don't have. That's what,
so if one of your friends came to you and like, you're not really black because all they are just
Okay, you know how many
ghetto
people
and
think that I'm not really black? You
disgusting.
look at my skin, they know that I'm black, but they're like, I'm not. When I talk about the black people, I'm not talking about you because you're not really black. That has been said to me so many times. I don't even know how you can
Yeah,
look at me
but
and
when
not think that I'm black.
you're standing in front of me and you're talking about black people, that for me, that's a no. I can't be friends
Well,
with you either. Like I was in college, I was like, mm-mm. In grad school, I was like, you know that
I'm black. Mhm.
I'm black. You're
Well,
being
they
politely
usually
racist, and
right. Well,
I'm
they
out. I'm
usually
out.
they well, for me, it's always been a like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize." And I'm like, and I feel like for me, like being
Mhm.
out is not is okay if I really can't take it. But other than that, I feel like they just need to be educated. So I feel like we can let them know. And because if we don't,
Right.
then
Not
they tell me
everyone can be an educator for others. Why is it my job to educate you?
it is not your job, but you know what? Who's going to suffer? You are. Our people are going to suffer. So, like,
I am
so,
not. Oh no. Oh no. I do not. I'm not putting myself in a position, and I am in a lot of places where I am the only one.
mhm.
I put myself in a position where, well, what do you think about that? Because I'm the only one, and I've learned to say, I'm one. You need to talk to others as well. I'm not. I'm not. It's not my job to educate you because you don't have to educate me about you. Why am I going around educating?
I think you
No.
are correct about that. However,
Mm-mm.
yes, it should be a balance. But however, I think if we did that, we'd still be in the back of the
Who's
bus. Like we
who's
would just,
listening to you?
huh?
Who's listening to you?
It doesn't listen, you can't not talk because you don't think they're listening, because then we can't get anywhere. No, 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 no. That can't be the solution. Like, oh, no one's listening, so we'll just have to no, 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 ma'am. And but I get it. You don't have to be the educator. That's what I choose. I'm not trying to force anything down their throats, but I feel like as long as we keep the lines of communication open, maybe you can better understand, you know? So that's how I see it. It doesn't mean that it's true. And it doesn't mean that they would understand. I feel like then they just instead of talking about African Americans in front of me because I am one, then they talk behind my back, maybe, or maybe they just don't do it anymore because I'm always there. But that's fine. You know what I mean? So, but I think
Okay.
them to know that, or like you're not really black because black people don't speak like you do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? I'm like, no, I don't know what you're saying because I am a black person and we all speak like this. This is how we speak. No, I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to, say, and then they're like, well, okay.
And when you say that, do you think that you've changed anybody's perspective? You think you've changed their perspective?
Well, I think they've realized that I am black. Like, I feel like some people, they think that when you're mixed, you're not really black. And I feel like you need to tell them that you are really black. I don't know. We're all mixed. So what does that mean? We're all black. So I feel like that also changes the dynamic. They want me to say, well, yeah, yeah, I'm not really black. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I'm like this. Whoa, oh, no, I'm really black, so I don't understand what you're saying. But they think I'm going to say that. So now they've learned
Mm.
because they're like, because they're not saying that I'm not really black because they think that I don't think it. They think I think it too. They learn that that's not who I am. I'm a black woman and proud of it. So no,
Mm.
before I'm
Nikki
happy
says
happened
the
before.
goal is not to change. Sometimes it's just sharing your point of view.
That's right.
Maybe they feel the need to apologize because you're their friend and not so much change their views.
It's not changing
I
their
think
views.
that
But you know what, Iris? I'm not out to change people's views, but I'm about to share mine instead of just shutting it down. Because I think if we just decide, well, they're never going to change, and this is how they feel, so we're just going to leave it. I'm on. Where does that? For me, it's where does that leave us? Where does that leave my daughter? Where does that leave my son? So for me, it's where does that leave us? So
well,
communicate.
it's because I don't have to talk to someone who is not going to change their view and it's a
But
wall.
we don't
I
have to
can
change
talk
their
to,
views.
I can, but no, I don't have, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't have to waste my time and educate someone who cannot be educated. I'd rather reach the someone who is like, oh, I didn't know that,
Yes, but maybe they're going to say
instead
that if you talk
of
to them. You don't know what they're going to say. When you talk to them, sometimes
mm,
people have said that to me. Like, I didn't really, in fact, a very good friend of mine, he's watching right now. He was like, you know what? I learned something because he was not for DEI. So we had a real good conversation about it. And he's like, you know what? I really learned something. And I've definitely changed my views because I didn't see it the way you see it. And I didn't understand it the way you explained it. So and I believe him, like he, you know what I mean? And so now on my little videos, he puts like the thumbs up and he's like, yeah, like, instead of, and he was actually on our podcast. But so some people, if you talk to them, and so not everybody's closed-minded, that I feel like we're assuming that they already think like this and they're not open-minded. Not everybody who thinks
that's not what I
differently is
said at
perfect.
all. I said when someone's going to come with me to an ignorant statement, I don't feel the need to educate you because that's
Mhm,
a waste of my time and
mhm,
energy. Someone
right.
else needs to do that. But we're running out of time. So number two, instead of focusing on the differences, trying to find the areas with your member that you have common interests. So, yes, we have different core values, but what are the same values
But
and
not only
shared
core
ground?
values, because sometimes you have the same, some other core values that are the same. For example, if you're not like somebody who's a thief, and you would never steal something, and they would never steal something. You know what I mean? Not everybody is like there's other values that are core values that they might share with you. You know,
It's like,
they
they're
might.
not a thief, so we're both not thieves.
Well, listen, I know some people who are for DEI who are thieves, and I don't consider them sharing my core values. So what I'm saying is there are other values
Man,
you
give
know,
me a hint of who these people are, because let me lock up some stuff. What the what the
girl.
what?
Well,
That is beyond a core value.
but
Like,
people
they're not a
might
thief.
go to a party and steal alcohol. Like we haven't had that, and they for DEI too. Like, but you know what I'm saying? So we've seen that happen. You've been part of that, not part of the stealing, but part of
What?
the
What? Ma'am,
but you know what
what?
I'm saying?
That
So
is a misplaced modifier. She said, you've been part of that. No, ma'am, I have not.
no, you have not, but you know what I'm trying to say. So there's plenty of people who don't share. Like I would not take something from your house, and if you wouldn't take something from the house, we share that and that's something that's serious because I see there are people who would. So hello, just saying that that's not a little thing, Cash. That's not a little thing, girl. That's not a little thing.
That's a shared value. You won't steal.
Yes, you know. Listen, if you think it's important not to get drunk and drive, I share that value with you. I think life is precious, and we shouldn't be drinking and driving like that. But some people, they will be totally drunk and drive, right? And they don't. They're like this. It's like I'm not going to hurt nobody. Yeah, you could kill somebody, unalive them. So there's other values.
Educational purposes only.
Yeah, there's other
Okay.
values that we do share.
Oh,
You
my
know.
heart. Okay, so number three, V.
Open communication is key, and you don't have to agree and you don't have to educate anybody, but I do think that is important. You need to talk about it because also if we don't talk, I won't know that there's people out there thinking these things about um you know uh, transgendered people. Like I wouldn't know if I'm not willing to talk to these people. I don't even know they share these kinds of ideas that I think are wrong, and they're not, their ideas are not based on fact. And if we don't talk about it, how would we even know? So, and if we're going to make them feel bad because they say something that you know in your heart is wrong, then we're not going to get anywhere, because they're going to keep perpetuating this fear and they're never going to learn. And I'm not saying that we have to educate them, but we need to share with them and they need to share with us, so we know. We
You
need
know
to
what you remind me of?
know who our enemies are.
You you remind me of you go, now I'm gonna tell you why we don't need to do this. And this is what, and then later on you were like, no, give me that phone. I'm gonna put it in. Like you changed the
No,
whole
it's
view.
really
I'm
hard
like,
for me. It's really hard for me because I
I'm like,
think a lot of people who don't have the same values as us, as um not as a little ignorant, and it's hard for me to be with an ignorant person and have conversation with them. If I think that, I'm like, it's hard, but I try.
mm,
And I'm sure I'm ignorant on other things, I need to learn as well, and we need to learn from each other and share with each other,
well,
but not.
you know, I think one of my core values, and this is one of the pain points between me and my wife when we talk about it.
Hmm.
I have a determination. I have a gumption. I will not stop. I will persevere. Even if it's like painful, I go through, I'm hurting, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, I'm going to get it done. And my wife's like, it's too much. Just stop. And I'm just like, why? Why do we act? And she's like, because it's stressful. And I'm like, it is. And so I try to find like this open communication on we gotta get done to just let it go. Let it
Yeah.
go. So it's like for me, like that open communication on trying to figure out what to
Middle
keep
ground.
as a determination and willfulness and just be like, let it go. It's like interesting to hear her views on why to let certain things go. I'm like,
Well, see, that's hard for me. Like, for me, I think of myself as kind of a go-getter, and I have to do what I have to do to make. If I have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to put out videos, if I have to look through all these videos, if I have to read all these contracts, I'm doing it. So when somebody doesn't, I feel like that's hard for me to feel like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just try? Okay, I get it's stressful. Like, life is stressful, right? But I mean, I think that's where we have to communicate and say, okay, well, we're different, but that doesn't mean you're right or I'm wrong. There's no right or wrong. It's just different. We're just different. But yeah, that was
yeah.
a hard one. That's a hard one when somebody wants to give up more than you do, because you
And
feel alone.
another big core value is loyalty. Like for me, I will do like you said, altruistic. I
Hmm.
will give my last for you. I'll have the last quarter. I will give
Hmm.
it to you.
Hmm.
And like loyalty. And then you're like, oh, and I'm sticking up for you. And you're like, eh, you know what? Actually, Iris, what you need to do is, and I'm just like, wait a minute. I just did what? And you
Hmm.
did what? I'm like, oh no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. There's no open communication. I think Yvette V had to step in one time because I was like, I'm done. I am so done because I am all about loyalty because I will give my last for you. I will stand up
Hmm.
for you. And then
Hmm.
you threw me under the bus. I was like,
Hmm.
we're done. And V was like, no, I was like, we are done. We are done. Like
Yeah.
that for me, and I can say that I am like, eh, like that type of person. Like I'll take the hits and I'll come back and be your friend. But that right there, disloyalty,
Hmm.
mm, mm-mm.
Well, that's one
So
of the core values. Like, if someone's not loyal, so if they might not share some other values, but they share your values, they're not a cheater, they're loyal, they got your back. That's one of the core values that, like, you're looking for. So that's what you have in common with somebody. Doesn't mean you have the other things in common, but So that's another reason why you need to just talk, because you find out, oh, this person's actually like me. They would give their last for somebody. They'll just, you find that out. Just saying. But I think we have to communicate. I really think number 3, communication. I think that's so important, because if we don't talk about it, nothing will change. And for me, it's not about necessarily educating people, but we need to keep moving forward. And if we don't, like, if we're just going to stay stagnant, I don't
Okay, but it brings me back to communication is
come back.
key.
Hmm.
You never mind. We won't even talk about it. We'll talk
No,
about
but
it
talk
later.
about it. Talk
Number
about it.
4,
Oh my
because
God.
number 4, respect and acceptance. Crucial, respect your friends' values that are different from your own. So if you're a thief, I will respect and accept
Just
you. You
don't
just can't
call me
come to
when you're
my
at the precinct.
house,
Don't call me
my
when you're at the
car.
precinct.
I can't have you around anything I have, but I respect and accept your values that their dime is your dime. I can't. But anyway, 5.
You can respect them.
No,
Okay.
no. Flexibility and compromise.
You know what? I am actually, this is me. This is me. No, I am learning to be more flexible, definitely, because I think I was more rigid. No, I am learning to be more flexible in this 3 months time of this new administration, and where I have to be flexible. I'm not willing to be
People,
flexible when it comes
people,
to.
whoever is out there, please listen. Please go to Vee's house. There is an imposter on this show.
You don't think I'm willing to be like when we're talking right now? I'm the one saying, like, I'm willing to talk to the person even if they say I'm not really black, and I have to explain to them I am really black. Like, I'm willing to talk about that. Friendships, I'm not willing to be flexible. If I already cut off your head, I'm not going to try to put it back on. So it's already off. It's done.
As far as I know, flexibility and compromise. How about that person who called? Are you going to accept their call again? Why don't you have dinner with them?
Well, no, we're talking about core values. We're not talking about that.
They have a core value that they need to beat up people who are not even in the room.
What?
They want to beat up people who are not even in the room. They don't even know that the people even want to fight. But
I don't know what you're.
they,
So, and I'm sure the audience doesn't either. If I don't know,
you do know
I don't know. I swear I don't. So you need
people
to.
who want to have a fight and the person doesn't know they want to fight.
Okay. So then you're not flexible when it comes to that, or you are. I don't know
No,
what you.
you should have dinner with them. Rekindle that friendship that you
No, but we're not
had.
talking about rekindling friendships, because I don't do that. So that's we're not. We're talking about flexibility when it
But
comes to
you should be
value.
flexible because
Yeah,
if
but
you
it's
were
not flexible like
flexible,
switching your
you could.
tone. It's flexible. It's not flexible. Like, this is not talking about friendships. This is talking about, like, we're not going backwards in friendships.
If you're here, blink twice. Blink twice if it's
Listen,
UV.
people. Okay, so what Cash is talking about is in friendships. I am not flexible. If there's a reason why we are not friends anymore, I'm not going backwards to revisit that, and I'm not, and I don't care. I don't really care. I don't want a friend in my life who is not, that I think, positive thinker, who is, going to enhance my life and I'm going to enhance theirs. I'm not doing that. I don't have time to have lunch with you when we are not even friends and we're going to pretend that we're friends. So that's not going to happen. I think flexibility comes if you say them transgendered and I have to talk to you. I will talk to you about that, and say why we need to be more, open-minded and give
It's
everybody a chance.
possible that you're right. I'm like, she's flexible. There's somebody here tonight, and it's not V, but we're gonna see. Number 6,
Oh my God.
clear
Um,
boundaries and expectations when you're
yeah,
dealing with different values.
yes, because
I don't know if that's possible for me. Go
I have
ahead.
definitely pretty much curse people out because so I'm trying to be a little
Okay,
more.
stop. Again, ma'am, whoever you are, you need to let V go. Let her go. She does not curse. So she
Well,
cursed somebody.
I'm saying that,
Pox
but I
on
really
your
did not curse.
family.
I don't use expletives, but I can still make you cry without using expletives. That's the point. The point is I don't need to use expletives to make you cry. So I have made people feel really bad because I feel like they are not understanding me. And I feel like now I'm a little bit more flexible and I realize there are boundaries. And, I can't have these high expectations for people who are not educated. So you're only going to you can't get blood from a stone. You can't get blood from a stone. So, and I'm not like Nikki is so right. I'm not trying to educate people. So I'm just trying to share my views. And before I definitely was, I was like, listen, because I'm thinking if I try to explain to them, if I really tell them, they'll get it, but they're not going to get it. So I'm not trying to do that anymore. I'm not expecting them to get it, but I'm expecting them to be open-minded, which is what I
Number
want.
7, personal growth. Relationships is where you grow. Understand different perspectives and broaden your own. I have definitely broadened my understanding of people from other people.
What? You won't even talk to these people. What are you talking about? You're like, I have no time for them. No, I'm not going to talk to them. Like, no, like, what? Where's
And
the growth
my personal growth is
in this?
personal sanity. Okay? Because, ma'am, there's only so much. And my personal growth is going, I definitely understand your perspective now.
And
Oh,
maybe they
okay.
understand yours too.
Mhm. No, I just listen. No, before I'm like, no, wait. I just want to say, no, whoa. I just said, wait. I just want, now I go, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So there's growth
And
there.
now that you say it like that, mm, and they're like, so you agree? I'm like,
No.
it's definitely interesting.
Well, I've learned to say, I understand what you're saying. I don't agree with it, but I understand it better now. And that's
Nope,
it.
nope, nope. Because if you say you don't agree, they're like, okay. Let me. And I'm just like,
Well, for me, the people who I'm talking to, they're usually not trying to explain things to me because they don't have anything to explain. Like they're like, okay, like what are they going to explain to me? I'm just saying. Hmm. Yeah, I do think I'm all that. I don't think they can explain anything to me.
oh, number 8,
So
long-term consideration.
yeah, because see if you could deal with this person. Like if it's your lover, this is an issue, right? Because are you going to be able to deal with this long term? Because Cash is like, yeah, I guess not. No, seriously, right? Are you going to be able to deal with this person long term? Because you have to think of the things you have in common and the things that you don't have in common, and then see and weigh it. If the balance is good, okay. But if the balance is they do all maybe they're a cheater, maybe they're like they beat women, they curse women out, they don't know how to speak to women properly, they do different things. Like it's too many things. Like you got to weigh the things. Are they kind? Are they nice to your family? Are they, or are the other things? You have to weigh it. So that's
Yeah,
what I
they're
learned.
nice to your family, but then think everybody else are black. Nope. I don't know. I just
Well, if somebody doesn't
love
like black people,
learning.
like I think, they need to be honest at the beginning. But then this is the thing. This is the thing because I'm telling the truth, I don't think my ex-husband, I mean, we have biracial children, but I don't really think he likes black people. But he used to, he acted like he did, like, so it was, You know what I mean? And then later on, I'm like, I don't think he really likes black people. But but when we were dating, he never portrayed himself as not liking black people in any sense of there was no way to know that. So what I'm trying to say is, you just have to be honest.
Your ex didn't like anybody.
No, yes,
Like,
he only liked his immediate family. That's it. And now he doesn't even like all of. He just likes 2 out of 3. But no, but he didn't. He didn't value Black lives as much as he acted like he did when we were dating. And even when we got married, the beginning, he was still,
he
you
acted.
know,
Oh, well, I guess you knew that he acted that like he Black Lives Matter. I'm so sorry.
yeah, he acted like Black Lives Matter till later on in our marriage, years later. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Oh,
you have to be
okay.
honest. Stop playing. So then you can make a decision long term or not, right?
No, because they want that cookie. Of course, they're not going to be honest. Like, girl, I don't know what world you in. Talking about they're honest. They want the
Well,
cookie.
no,
They
I'm
like,
telling you, they need
yeah.
to be honest. They need to be honest. I'm like,
Oh, okay. Well, not when the cookie's on the line. They're gonna tell you whatever do you want to hear. Yeah, yeah. Black Lives Matter. Come, come, come. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, nope, nope, nope.
I
Number
don't think
9.
people will lie because of the cookie. I think there are people with integrity.
What?
Like, I don't think that's
What?
true. You
Oh
don't think
my
there's
God.
people with
No,
integrity?
no. We need some men on this show because that is a lie if I ever
There
heard a
are no men.
lie.
Are you trying to say there's no men with integrity?
When it comes to getting a cookie,
No, but we're not talking about cookie. Why are we talking about that's not
yes. If a man feels that he is going to get something, I think he's going to say, "Oh, that doesn't matter to me. You're right. Black, yes. Oh, yeah. All those transgender. I don't care about them
well,
transgender.
my ex-husband didn't think that because he didn't get no cookie when we were not married. So what was that about? Because there was no cookie. So
So we'll talk about that later because there
well,
are other things than just getting
I understand that,
inside.
but yes, but no, but I don't agree because I think there are men who just doing that for the cookie, but it's like a friend of ours went on a date. She thought she was going to marry him, and the next day he's like, "I don't want to be with someone who just sleeps with somebody on the first date." Okay, well she did, and he did. He did the same thing. So, but I don't think every man is like that because I don't think every
I
man
didn't
will.
say every man. I
Well,
didn't
that's what
say
I'm trying to
every
say.
man
So I'm
because I
saying
don't
there's
know
no
every
integrity.
man.
No, but I'm
A
saying
lot
there's
of
men.
men are, I
Yes, but
think they don't into.
yes, but there's men with integrity. That's what I'm saying. There are some men with integrity, and they still want the cookie, but that doesn't mean they don't have integrity. No, I just say seek professional advice. Yes, Kat, seek professional advice.
If you're struggling to navigate differences, maybe you can talk to a professional, and especially depending on the relationship,
Well,
get the
if
help you
you were
need.
friends for 7 years and you want to keep the relationship going, you're like maybe you need professional help. But the thing is, this is the thing.
I'm
If you're
spending $200 an hour to keep a friendship alive.
if you're friends with for 7 years, I would think that you guys would know each other's core values. No, like you know what I'm trying to say. Like after 7 years, you don't. I guess not because I was married to somebody for 30 years and I didn't know it. So I'm lying. I'm a liar. Let me. Okay. I answered my own question. You don't know anybody. Never mind.
I think after 7 years, you can figure out how to cope. Like if you're in a job situation, maybe my professional help will help me cope with the
yes.
fact that you do not appreciate intelligent Black women.
Hmm.
Maybe that's what my professional seeking how to cope with the fact that you can't accept that I'm smarter than you, that I'm more intelligent than
I
you,
accept that
that I'm
all.
wiser than you,
I accept all of
that I'm
that.
a more of a great problem solver than you.
Yes, I accept that. Because let me just tell you, Cash is all those things than me. So, and I accept it. I bow down. I accept it totally. I never have a problem. I don't have a problem. I think a wise man knows he knows nothing, and I don't have a problem knowing that I don't know with some people. Some people, I know they don't know more than I do, and when they try to flex their brain and it swells up, I can't take it. That's what you get because you don't exercise your brain and it swells up the first time you try to put two words together. I can't. Who do you think you're talking to right now? I can't with that. That is a problem for me. And I'm sorry. I have to be more flexible when it comes to that. I'm
For educational
sorry.
purposes only. I don't know who she's talking to, but Lord, Lord, exercise those demons, girl. Again, if V is over there, if you're in the corner, whistle.
I'm here. Well, this is a good show. What was your takeaway? What was your takeaway?
My takeaway from this is I'm too damn old. I'm not going to be flexible. I am rigid. There is no compromise. I don't have to respect you if you don't respect my values. I think the only thing is the personal advice to cope with those who cannot cope with me. And that's just, but it's because of this day that I had that I'm feeling this way. Because I think I'm flexible. I think I am. I think I have open communication. But this day has put me in such a way with the slaves, and I'm discriminating against you because I asked you for seconds, that I am in a ticked off place, and I lost the bid for my house.
A
So
second
I'm
one?
upset. Huh?
The second one?
Yep. So
Okay.
I'm not in a personal growth space today. So next week, maybe I can flex my muscles. But no, seriously, I think talking about the place of trying to be flexible and trying to get in and just do that stuff, maybe, like you're saying, if you don't talk to people and be flexible and just try to be in a space where you're sharing ideas, then I guess we're going to be stuck in a place of
Mm-hmm.
no one's winning. So, okay, I guess we're going to have to be in that space and be okay with that. And I'll try
Right.
more.
Well, I think, I like what Nikki said when, she said, you don't have to uh, educate people, but you don't want them to perpetuate the fear, not facts. So, you share your facts. And you know what I found, Cash, in this, I've had open discussions with people who I feel don't share some of my core values, not all, but some. And what I found is sometimes they're going at me because they're trying to prove their point. But then like a couple of days later, they will say something and I'm like, oh, they were listening. Like they were sticking to their guns, and they were not backing down, but they know that I'm right. And then a few days later, then they get to think about it, let it marinate, and they're like this, well, they'll say something and I'm like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So because sometimes people are just they're not going to change, but they hear you, but they don't want to listen. But later on, it sinks in. So that's what I found. You
Well,
know?
I think this is a great show and we're over time. So
Mm-hmm.
our show next week, Marriage Myths, what Hollywood didn't tell us.
What about spring clothing?
Oh, you know what? That will be the next week's show. Next week's show is, so you know what? V, what's our next week's show?
No, I actually like the myth. So, we'll just talk a little bit we'll just do a splash of spring. But I really would like, so, at the beginning, we'll do a little splash of spring, but I'd rather do that. I'd rather have that show. So I want to talk about what they did, what we missed. Yeah. So let's do that show. But I don't want spring to go by and it's coming, we're in it. without like, because I don't want to see people wearing the wrong thing. So we're just going to give a little hint of what you're going to do. We're not going to spend the whole show on it. And then the other half, we'll talk about what we really want to talk about. I just don't want to see you dressing the wrong way. Not you, but some people. So I want to fix them.
So she doesn't talk about them? Like, what does that mean?
Okay, you know I judge people. What I do talk about them. What are you talking about? Okay, guys, we don't have these secrets. We let everybody know who I am. I am saying let's figure out what we're supposed to wear and what we're not supposed to wear so we don't look crazy and I don't have to judge you. And then we're gonna see about those myths that Hollywood didn't tell us. What the marriage
myths? What Hollywood didn't tell us.
I
We
can't
can
wait.
save that because I think your spring fashion is going to take a whole episode. So,
No, it's not.
to
No,
be
it's
real.
it's just going to be do's and don'ts, and so it'll be fast. We'll do the beginning because the beginning we'll talk about whatever. So this beginning is going to be the show, and then because
do we know who the fashionista is? Like
well, I'm not a fashionista, but I'm certainly not going to be wearing corduroys in the middle of the summer like I saw some people doing. I'm just saying. So, so we can avoid that maybe.
It's Thursday. And
This
we're
is
here.
We're here every Thursday, 8 o'clock. Please like, follow. We can follow us on all social media platforms. Download the Evening Rush Network. And we want to say thank you to Rainbow, who produced our show today. Yeah! We don't have that. Rainbow, you did a great job. We love you. And for me,
She might be sleeping.
this is good night.
We're